Well met, everyone. I hope you're all doing great today. So I wanted to start off a new series for Diablo, covering the history and lore behind some of Diablo's coolest items. And today I thought it would be great to start the series off with one of Diablo's most popular helmets, the Harlequin Crest Shako. Or Shako. Don't yell at me, both pronunciations work, I checked. Shako, Shako, both of them are great. I know a lot of you watching this are Diablo 2 veterans, but did you know the Harlequin Crest Shako actually made its first appearance in Diablo 1? The Harlequin Crest is actually a quest reward from Ogden the Innkeeper in Tristram. Upon entering the 4th dungeon floor on single player, if the game randomly generated this quest for your character, you could actually go back to town afterwards and speak to Ogden to start a quest.
Master, I have a strange experience to relate. I know that you have a great knowledge of those monstrosities that inhabit the labyrinth, and this is something that I cannot understand for the very life of me. I was awakened during the night by a scraping sound just outside of my tavern. When I looked out from my bedroom, I saw the shapes of small, demon-like creatures in the inn yard. After a short time they ran off, but not before stealing the sign to my inn. I don't know why the demons would steal my sign, but leave my family in peace. 'Tis strange, no? Oh, we didn't have to bring back my sign, but I suppose that it does save me the expense of having another one made. Well, let me see. What could I give you as a fee for finding it? What have we here? Oh, yes. This cap was left in one of the rooms by a magician who stayed here some time ago. Perhaps it may be of some value to you.
Ogden ends up offering the player a magical cap, claiming that the cap belonged to a magician who stayed at his inn and simply forgot it when they left. It's also interesting to note that the Diablo 2 Harlequin Crest Shako actually shares very similar stats to its original in the first Diablo game. Plus 2 to all attributes translates into 2 to all attributes. -1 damage from enemies translated into 10% damage reduction. 7 hit points translated into life per character level, and 7 mana points translated into mana per character level. It was in Diablo 2 when the Harlequin Crest Shako grew in popularity. Anyone who has played this game at least to Hell mode has probably heard of this item. But what exactly made the Harlequin Crest so popular, and why does the community refer to it as a Shako? Perhaps it was the fact that the Shako was one of the few elite uniques introduced into the game in patch 1.07. 1.07 was extremely buggy at the time. Most monsters only dropped a select few elite uniques, the Shako among them, while chests dropped all of the elite uniques that they had at the time. Coupled with the fact a lot of godly items didn't exist until around patch 1.10, such as the Enigma or Chains of Honor, a lot of bad items, like the Grandfather, were actually some of the strongest items in the game at the time. When it came to helmets, the Harlequin Crest reigned supreme. Even after the introduction of more competitive runewords and items, the Shako remains popular to this day. Dropping with plus 2 to all skills, plus 2 to all attributes, at least 90 health and mana, based on character level of course, 10% damage reduction, 50% magic find, and its defense being the only stat that changed based when it drops, the Shako was the all-purpose helmet, making it a great choice for every class in the game early on, compared to items like Nightwing's Veil or Griffin's Eye, which were not only strong for specific builds, like Cold and Lightning sorceresses, but they were also much rarer to find. It's also a very common drop compared to other high-tier items, like the 2 I just mentioned, dropping off Mephisto as low as 1 in 750 runs. Not only is it very common, but it's also easy to target farm. Mephisto is one of the easiest places to magic find early on, with many players using the moat trick to farm for gear off Mephisto. This in turn not only made the Shako easy to get, reliable in terms of varying stats, but it also made it easy to trade for. With the combination of its defense being the only stat that varied when it dropped, it being common to drop, and of course it being versatile among all classes and builds, and it's also easy to target magic find, it's just a wanted item by everybody, especially early on. In Diablo 3, the Harlequin Crest Shako did not make a return to the series until years later when the Darkening of Tristram event was released, dropping off Snotspill on the 4th level as a nod towards the Ogden sign quest. There are plenty of threads on the internet over the years where people are asking, why does everyone talk so great about the Shako? It only has high defense. But that's the funny thing. Everyone's referring to the unique Shako, the Harlequin Crest, not the regular white cap that you find when it drops. Overall, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, the interesting lore and community history behind it. If there's another item you would like me to cover soon, don't be afraid to leave a comment suggestion down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys